Yeah.
Sure, but here's the problem. The reason why we'll never, not that we'll never see these things, but why we didn't see these things with 4 is because no matter how much Capcom won't admit it, 4 is a reboot of Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And the first things they wanted to do...
It's the new Street Fighter 2.
And they needed to bring back the old players, and the last time the old players saw Street Fighter characters, they looked like
and the fact that they threw it in between 2 and 3 as a storyline placement is just bullshit for anyone that used to play it. It's really just, we're rebooting this universe, and we don't care about the ages of these characters. Because look, Ibuki and Makoto are standing around with dead characters. You know? Like,
Ibuki is standing next to Sakura, who's wearing high school gear.
And Gen, who's dead.
No.
By that time.
No.
By that time.
He never dies.
He super does die.
He dies, he gets sent to hell, and then dies of cancer, and then gets up because he was unconscious.
But then he dies off camera in the 20 years it takes
I think we said the only Capcom characters ever died is Charlie. And even that's
and even then, it wasn't
took
really
3 times!
They had to try really hard. It wasn't great.
It didn't take.
But yeah, that's it. It's just 4 is a reboot, but
that
they don't want to
say
say
kick a Sonic Boom!
No wonder he's... Actually, he's considered one of the best and most strongest characters in the universe.
He can kick a Sonic Boom!
He can shoot a Sonic Boom with one arm.
He can do a one-legged flash kick.
Yeah, and
he also says Sabotage!
Yeah, so Charlie, Oro, Akuma being like the god tier characters in that universe.
Charlie's the only person that could fight Bison. Just fight him
directly.
Yeah.
Just fight him.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, no, totally.
Bison's using all his magic nonsense, and Akuma does his magic nonsense, but Charlie just fought Bison,
and he flash kicked a cliff.
Yeah.
And just cut it in half.
He final just did it.
A lot of people don't like those Udon comics, but some of the things they did with Charlie and Cody are the best.
Sure, but I was going to say, even before, like...
Cody can beat up Ryu whenever he wants.
well, dude, here's what I was about
Cody's
to say.
way too strong.
And this is not... Well, hold on, wait. This is not even...
Everyone stop getting hyped so Wooly can de-hype us.
Yeah.
No, this is not de-hyping you. This is getting you more hype. Because everything we just said, it existed before the Udon comics were out there, including the fact that Cody is one of the strongest characters in that universe.
He cuffs himself for fun.
And the reasons why are because he has no training or practice. All he does is brawl, and he teaches himself.
And that's all he does!
And he never refined it. But if he ever did, his potential would be the most ridiculous thing.
I remember somebody asked me when, talking about the Cody beats up Ryu in the Street Fighter comics, like, when the fuck did Cody learn how to do wind powers with criminal upper? It's like, no, you don't get it. He's punching so hard with that uppercut that he is forming a typhoon.
Plus the only games he did that were after Final Fight 1, so it
basically
makes sense.
Cody's raw fighting potential is so dumb high that the only reason why he's not one of the best in the entire series is because he just doesn't give a fuck. You know, like it's your whatever. Take your anime shonen tropes, and take the character that's like your Kenpachi or your Rock Lee's. You know, like I don't have any talent except for
I might as well
power.
just handcuff myself and then still totally win all my fights.
Right? Yeah,
that's amazing.
That's nuts. It's
I
really cool.
I want to see Cody with no cuffs and a knife against Shin Akuma.
I want to see that too.
And Oro with both arms out.
Yeah,
Oro
bingo.
with both arms out. Yeah.
And Charlie brought back from the dead. Why not? That could be a character action game.
I can't believe that the one character that dies is like the strongest character.
He was too strong. You couldn't keep him around in the story. You can't have Charlie just walking around and then also have villains.
Yeah,
but it's also the idea that like Guile is like a super big tough guy in that world and shit. And it's like the guy who fucking taught him how to do that needs to be that much better.
I guess so.
Oh, we've talked a lot about Street Fighter.
I remember in Street Fighter 2V they turned Charlie into
more about it. Yeah.
They turned Charlie into a scientist nerd.
Oh.
Yeah, sure.
And then he turned into Blanca.
Yeah.
That's always been the weirdest.
It's always what's interesting too is that like Dalsim is not the most powerful, but he's the wisest. Mm-hmm. So like he can unlock your potential despite not being the strongest.
I really liked it. Like I hate comics, but I did read those Street Fighter ones and I did enjoy them. And I think my favorite part is that they changed the end of Street Fighter 2 to Dhalsim making it to the finals. Dhalsim gets to the semifinals and then just goes to hang out with Bison and scares the shit out of Bison because Bison doesn't understand yoga. And Dhalsim's teleporting all over and Bison's going nuts and then Dhalsim just leaves.
Yeah.
It's like, Bison, you're pretty evil, but you're not worth all this crap.
Namaste.
Oh.
Other bits.
Dhalsim's awesome.
KI 1.1.
Boo.
Crazy
Japan.
stuff that would have just been completely missed.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it
Like-
never got adapted into any game.
Like
so.
the feeling of getting hit with Sakura's Hadouken is a cool, refreshing blast.
Yeah.
Can I get a team plot guide for Virtua Fighter, please?
No.
No, but you can write it yourself.
Oh.
Man,
Akira is strong.
that's the great. There
Akira
is
isn't Ryu.
a story there.
He likes to shoulder block things.
He went to Dengeki Land one time.
There is a story there, but nobody knows what it is.
Doral.
The Doral project.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah, the project to metal plate Sarah Bryant.
It was Sarah Bryant, and then it was Kage's mom, and then it was Vanessa.
Cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Young me totally called him Cage.
Everyone called
Same
him
here.
Cage as a
Everyone
kid.
called him Cage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, no, but that's always really interesting stuff. Is like seeing the old references from way back then, like how many different steps away through the udon filter now, and then and
it's not just the
getting
udon filter
canonized.
because again, I was already here, so when Charlie pops up, it's like, oh, let's reference Alpha 2.
You already knew, yeah.
Like use of the words "great man of justice" from the American military.
Yeah.
Like that was just me going like, okay, so the line isn't exactly the way that it was in Alpha 2, but how can I make it the line from Alpha 2?
Hey, let me ask you a question, because we've been talking about this and kind of arguing about this forever. And you're closer than any of us to the source. Is Cody the canonically strongest Street Fighter character?
There we go.
I can't answer that for you. I'm sorry.
He throws rocks and they blow up fucking.
He has the most potential. He's not the strongest.
Okay,
Pat. We've agreed on this.
I just wanted to.
I mean, if you're looking for me to confirm to you that Cody is Krillin, I can't do that for you.
The Destructo Disc argument. Yeah, it's true.
It's a strong argument.
It is.
Except the Destructo Disc hits Cell and does nothing.
Wow.
He just eats it. He just eats it in the face, and he's like, haha, whatever.
That's just like your opinion.
Right in the back of the neck.
Oh, it's the back of the neck.
They just did it on a bridge.
Yeah.
But yeah, in spirit.
That argument was valid for a couple of years before Cell hit TV.
Because we love, and again, based on the different covers of the plot and stuff, we always love debating what the power levels are in the Street Fighter story universe,
but only in Street Fighter.
Yeah,
a friend of mine argues that I have these arguments all the time. I came from retail. What do? You ring stuff up. Mm-hmm. And you have little bullshit arguments about
Street Fighter and Star Wars and Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, exactly. Is really killing stormtroopers murder, or is that just the destruction of a tool?
Right.
And things like is Mr. Popo truly the strongest?
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like in the last iteration of the discussion, at least between Pat and I, we came up with something like your top of the list.
Oro is at the top so far that he's in space.
That
Oro,
as has been proven, no one has challenged.
Oro is
anything
off the scale.
Off the scale,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know, because Oro wasn't in Capcom versus SNK too.
We don't have comparisons, right? We don't have
in the one story where it's okay, so we may have figured out that Psycho Power, Satsui no Hado, and Orochi Power are all the same thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we're staring down the barrel of God Rugal, and it's
yeah.
So where's Oro? He's just up on a mountain somewhere. He doesn't prioritize
care.
this at all.
Yeah. One of the coolest things from that was
Mr. Karate is the strongest Street Fighter.
Dude, no, in the Neo Geo Battle, not Battle Coliseum, in the Pocket Fighters Clash game, Athena and Bison talk to each other, and they're like, "You use psycho power too?"
Yeah.
And it's the canon. It's the same source in that. It's like, of course, she literally
beautiful.
says psycho ball.
It is gonna come out that like for real, like Heihachi is the strongest Street Fighter.
Oh god, Akuma's canon.
Well, because
Akuma's
canon.
now.
So,
Akuma is
like-
not only canon, but he's being set like directly against the Mishima family.
Yeah.
So if any of them beat him and Akuma is still like near top billing in Street Fighter, that puts that Tekken character over.
So
Over a
bunch of Street Fighters.
So fuck the list. Then it's like we have what we were about to say, but then you have to wrap in the SNK and Tekken
Once,
worlds.
And
Fated Revolution comes out,
You know what's
that's-
frustrating? We got almost none of that from Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Instead, we're getting it from the one crossover thing into a real Tekken game.
Oh man, but
I'm sure there's some stuff in
Like
Cross Tekken.
I would have loved like SF
Cross.
Cross Tekken that's like Kuma canonically beat Ryu in a match.
therefore,
Done.
yes.
Therefore, Paul is stronger than Ryu, and therefore, what's his name? The Bruce Lee ripoff in Tekken. Law. He is stronger than Street Fighters.
No,
like Bruce Lee ripoff.
Okay.
In Cross
Kuma
Tekken,
with-
you got a lot
This
of
is why it is
character
that it's hard
interactions.
for fans to get like jobs in writing because nothing gets done because this is all that gets talked about.
Yeah.
Kuma with Goken training. Wait,
Yeah.
hold on a minute.
Well, is Goken a better student, a better trainer than Heihachi? I don't know.
Right.
Like, Kazuya seems closer to Heihashi's strength
man.
than Ryu seems to Goken's strength.
In Cross Tekken, you got a lot of like good character interactions. Like Abel thinks Kuma's really cute,
That's the best.
but like you didn't get any of the victories as
No.
canon or anything like
Like,
that.
fighting games in general seem to have been, like, moving away from the old days of, like, such and such won the tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
remember
definitely.
the end of every fighting game, you could see, like, who won the even
Yes.
Virtua Fighter.
Yeah.
Law, Akira, Kage, Wolf. And then, I don't know who won 5 because 6 didn't come out. Like, who won?
I think the only person who gets legitimate push in Cross Tekken is Ingrid. In terms of story,
Yeah,
like she
yeah,
does
yeah.
a new thing. You know
No,
what I mean?
Ingrid's the best.
She's the most powerful.
And-
She's
and-
the most
and-
powerful there
yeah.
ever was.
And Ogre gets a little bit of push there as well.
Ogre gets a little bit too. That's true.
Yeah, because Ogre's fucking
Ancient
cool.
Ogre. Yeah.
But
So cool.
Yeah, no. But the other thing I like too is how just on Charlie is how like when it's showing off the events that unfold, and you get the waterfall scene with like the plane coming down and doing the shots. It's like it's almost like similar to what Udon did, where it's like all of the Alpha 1, Alpha 2, Alpha 3, all of those deaths are canon in a different type of way. And like you can actually use them all together if you include the whole shadow resurrection part of the story.
Yeah.
You know, so like we're getting like an actual timeline out of something that was way more.
Yeah, because what it is that like because this is a weird thing because like because it felt like Crimson Viper was remembering the Alpha 3 version of the death while Charlie was remembering the Alpha 2, Alpha 1
Yeah.
version of the death. So the way that I kind of filed it in my brain is like it's just people relating a story.
It's different
So,
interpretations.
only the two people who were there
No.
on that day
Have the
know
real
what actually
version, yeah.
happened. Yeah. So Charlie's is the definitive, and then like Viper's version is the intel. You know,
Is
like
that-
Charles Nash was killed in action.
It's that stuff I heard that one time.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do have a question about Charlie, and I don't know how much of this you would know, but I always got the biggest kick in the world that Charlie is one-handing and kicking sonic booms. And like he now has the sonic scythe, which is like a grounded flash kick and stuff like that. But the one that has like my inner child just like going, I can't believe, is like he's doing a sonic hurricane with his fingertips in his super. Like
With one arm.
no, he uses both.
When
He uses both. He does this.
Oh, in
Yeah.
5, you mean?
Yeah, in 5.
Yeah,
So
sorry,
he's
sorry.
doing
Yes, yes.
he's doing a sonic hurricane with his fingertips.
Yeah.
And like, is that the kind of thing that they were just like, oh, it'd be cool if he did the slice, or were people actually being like, he's doing a sonic hurricane with his fingertips? That's how good Charlie is now.
I think it's all.
Well, that's how good Charlie's always been.
Yeah,
because
okay.
it's that Charlie taught Guile everything he knows.
Like the more you can do to distance how much better than Guile he is at fighting,
Yeah.
you have to do it.
Which comes down to, you know, like the way that Charlie got kind of set up in this game, right? Because, you know, like Guile and Charlie have always been the same, where it's always been like charge, be annoyed, charge, defensive, charge. and now it's that Charlie's all commands. Like he just throws with that ease, and he's just all over the screen.
And it works on another level too, where Guile is like completely one of the poster boys for Street Fighter. Like no question, he is one of the
America
poster
boy.
boys.
Yeah.
And like when people see Charlie after not having seen him for a long time or never having seen him before, it's like holy shit, who the fuck is this guy? You know, like
it's like that. Remy seemed like they wanted to do some of the same elements of like he's doing a Sonic Boom style thing, but he's like backhand tossing it like it's nothing, and his flash kick looks super effortless. But like Charlie's one-handed Sonic Boom is just the best.
Well, you know, it really makes me think that it's the same philosophy that probably went into how they came up with like Goken's moveset, where you want to show the same moves that you've been seeing for a while, but done with even less effort.
Yeah.
Right? So he throws out those casual one-handed Hadokens.
Yeah.
You know, and then he does the Tatsu that is Akuma's Third Strike Super as his normal Tatsu.
Yeah.
So you just go, okay, yeah, no, that's the level that Goken is at.
yeah, and even just seeing other like tangential characters like Sakura, where like her Tatsu's really good, but she like struggles with the
do
Hadoken.
it.
So like it's cool to see that kind of stuff. We're like a real visual measure.
Yeah, there's a real visual language to the way that things bang out in the canon.
Another one that comes to mind is Laura doing the wheel kick that Sean tries to do.
Yeah.
And succeeds,
Perfectly.
but nowhere near as
She's
effective.
not like launching into the air
that
like
you can
Sean
telegraph
did.
it like
Yeah.
crazy. Like she's using it in an effective, actually aggressive method.
And like as shitty as Dan is, as garbage as he is, and as bad as his Godoken is, it is energy. It doesn't take super, and he is doing it with one hand. And now, in hindsight, that you see Goken's one-handed
it.
Hadoken, you realize that Dan saw that and never tried to do it for real.
Yeah, no, Dan's not bad. Dan's good. He's no joke.
For somebody who sucks, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
And let's not even get into like the SNK tie-in where he starts doing
Yeah.
like how Shokoken style
Yeah.
things and Ryo's punches and stuff.
Yeah.